Imagine walking into a room with no windows and no clocks. You've been sitting in the same chair for 12 hours. You've stopped caring about the money. You've stopped caring about the time. Some people in this room have even stopped caring about basic hygiene, preferring to soil themselves rather than leave their machine. This isn't a horror movie. It's the daily reality for millions of slot zombies. We are currently living in the peak age of gambling, and it is more intrusive, more addictive, and more dangerous than ever before. Last year alone, $166 billion worth of legal wagers were placed, a staggering 3,000% increase in just 9 years. Your smartphone has turned into a 24/7 casino that lives in your pocket, and the house is currently winning everything. It used to be that gambling was a destination, a trip to Vegas or a local betting shop. Not anymore. Today, the gambling industry has moved into every corner of our digital lives. We're seeing a massive rise in online slots, micro-bets on sports, and even mystery boxes pushed by influencers on TikTok. In the UK alone, 1.4 million people are experiencing gambling harms. In Scotland, 26% of 11 to 17-year-olds have already used their own money to gamble. It's being normalized through sports broadcasts and video games, with loot boxes training children's brains for high-stakes betting before they're even old enough to drive. We've reached a point where people aren't just betting on the Super Bowl, they're betting on how many cars pass through an intersection. So why is this so hard to stop? It's not about being irresponsible or weak-willed. Gambling addiction is a recognized mental health disorder, an impulse control issue that actually rewires your brain. When you place a bet, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter that stimulates your reward system. Here's the terrifying part. Scientific studies show your brain triggers this same neurochemical high, even when you lose. The industry knows this. They use expertly crafted mechanics to drip-feed you dopamine. Slot machines use bright lights, sounds, and near-miss designs, where the reel stops just 1 millimeter from the jackpot, to trick your brain into thinking you almost won. This creates a trance-like flow state, where the player becomes completely immersed in the visual and auditory presentation, losing all sense of reality. This is how a slot zombie is born. The industry also uses predatory comps to keep you trapped. If you lose $50,000, a casino might give you a free, luxury suite and expensive dinners. They aren't doing this to be nice. They see you as a cash cow and want to make sure you stay long enough to lose the next $50,000. They want to keep you in the cycle of chasing losses, where you keep betting more and more just to try and break even. The most dangerous evolution of this addiction is the rise of the gambling influencer. Today, streamers on platforms like Twitch and Kick broadcast themselves winning millions on digital slots. But it's a scam. Many of these streamers are using house money or have special deals with the casinos to show only the big wins. They sell a lifestyle of easy money to their young audiences. They use reverse psychology, telling their viewers don't play, gambling is bad, while wearing million-dollar watches and driving Bugattis earned from their audience's losses. They get a lifetime value out of every follower they hook, calculating that a single addicted player can bring the platform hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit over 5 to 10 years. It is an industry designed to turn your financial survival into their luxury lifestyle. The real-world consequences are devastating. It isn't just about losing some extra cash. It's about people losing their homes, their families, and their identities. There is a direct link between gambling problems and criminality. People with no prior criminal record often find themselves committing fraud, theft, or embezzlement just to fund their next bet or cover a debt. They tell themselves they are just borrowing the money until the next big win. The mental health toll is even heavier. The emotional highs and lows lead to intense stress, shame, and anxiety. Compulsive gamblers are at a significantly higher risk for depression and thoughts of self-harm or suicide. Families are pushed to the brink, with parents sometimes considering the unthinkable because of the financial hell created by a loved one's addiction. If you feel like gambling is taking over your life, if you're lying to friends, borrowing money to bet, or constantly thinking about the next spin, you are not alone. Recovery is possible, but it starts with admitting that the game is rigged. Your brain chemistry can change back, and everyday life can feel enjoyable again. There are resources available. In the UK, you can reach out to groups like Gamblers Anonymous, GamCare, or the National Problem Gambling Clinic. Treatments like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, are highly effective at breaking the distorted beliefs that keep you betting. Don't wait for the next big win to solve your problems. It's never coming. The only way to win is to stop playing. Reclaim your life, reach out for help, and walk away from the machine for good.